and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever time you're listening. My name is Charlene, Pleiadian Starseed Charlene, and welcome to my channel. So, I've just felt inspired to make this video today, and it's going to be a bit of a channeling session today. So I'm just allowing myself to speak freely with the assistance of my angels and my guides, okay? And the topic in question that has come to my attention is shifting from third dimensional realities into fifth dimensional realities, okay? I've had a few conversations with other like-minded souls, and it's just a topic of conversation that came up, and the shift can be a lot to take in. When people sort of go into this understanding, it can be unsettling, okay, for some people, and the shift can be from this level to this level, and some people, I mean, actually most people, including myself, that go through this stage of awakening can find it extremely challenging and can even shut off the idea of it because it's a lot of information to take in. So I'm making this video today because I just want to try and pass on what it actually is to help people understand it on a more grounded level, and I just feel like I need to share it. So a third dimensional reality would be people living a everyday life, people not believing much in spirit, or maybe having a little bit of an idea about it but dismissing it. A third dimensional reality would be somebody who doesn't trust their intuition, who relies mainly on logic, who trusts entirely in the system that we live in, government, schools, daily just the day-to-day happenings of life that we're brought up in on earth, in this world, and that's all they believe, okay? They might believe in science, psychology, that kind of stuff, but the spiritual essence of life doesn't really come into it in 3D. It can be dismissed quite easily. Intuition is disregarded as woo-woo or not trusted, and it's this kind of living, okay? People might feel uncomfortable with the notion of spirit, and they just quite happily working a 9 to 5, having a family, which is all fine if you choose to live in that way. So when you're going through the process of going from a third dimensional reality to fourth dimensional to fifth dimensional, you're becoming aware of a lot more, okay? So you're becoming aware of spirit, and you're becoming aware of your intuition. You're becoming aware that you are connected to a higher self within yourself, and you're also becoming aware that you have guides and angels, okay? You're also becoming aware that the 3D, what is often called the matrix, okay, reality of living, is not real, okay? The reason why I would say that it isn't real is because there's so much more going on this planet than what we are led to believe, okay? Now, people do feel uncomfortable with this notion because they do want to trust their governments, and they want to trust in how they've been brought up in this world and the things that they've trusted in throughout their entire lives. So when you're going through that process of realising that things aren't what they seem, and there is an essence of a system that is designed to keep us in the system under a control, so to speak, okay? A lot of people find that difficult to believe. They don't want to believe it, they dismiss it. That's fair enough. But the benefit of shifting into a fourth dimensional reality and a fifth dimensional reality is the expansion. It's the expansion of your consciousness within you, okay? You are much more aware of your interconnectedness with the universe, okay? With other planets, with other beings, not just angels, not just guides, but other races as well. And when you start to explore this, there's so much information and it can be overwhelming, but I think at the end of the day, like, we live in such a massive universe with so many other planets. I mean, we're not the only ones that are here. Myself, I identify as mainly a Pleiadian starseed, okay, with a Syrian background as well, like a bit like a dual nationality, I guess. And I've discovered that through my own healing and journey through our last 10 years. And I am very much connected to the stars. I know that I'm not from this planet. And this is the awakening that's happening amongst many circles, mainly, in my opinion, or in my experience, mainly women, but men too, of course. Men too, of course, can massively. The point I'm trying to make is that the benefit of shifting into this multi-dimensional understanding of the universe is the connectedness that we have, the realization that things don't just happen just for the sake of it. There is deeper understanding, there's interconnectedness, there's learning, there's a reason for everything that happens in your life. And when you start to search for a deeper meaning, it gives you more purpose, okay? And it can give you more peace, it can make you feel more love and attract more love and become more loving yourself as a person. And it's just a really interesting, exciting way. And there is the awakening that is happening on this earth at the moment. Some of you watching this video will relate to it, probably will do if you're on a spiritual journey. But obviously there will be some people who are just branching out into this, and this is videos for you, really. I feel like I've been guided to talk about this for those people that are sort of not truly comfortable with shifting from that third dimensional reality fully into fifth, okay, and having the whole idea of this matrix, okay. It is a matrix in the sense that if you're just living in 3D, okay, that there's so much more to the world and to life than what we're led to believe, okay, and that is just how it is. And some people are comfortable in that, but there is so much more available to you when you start to trust your intuition, explore your spirit, and just look towards love for guidance rather than your egoic personality. Okay, that's a massive part of it too. So is there anything else I want to add? Have I been clear enough? What else shall I say? Okay, I'm feeling the next message that I'm getting. TV is a massive way that we are manipulated and controlled. Okay, the things we're fed through the television. That's what I'm getting. I'm seeing a vision now of loads of children and adults just watching a telly and just being like zoned into this telly and absorbing all of the information. This is a big way, or the main way in which we're controlled, through the television, through the media, and not just through media, through the television programs that we watch. For instance, I had a conversation with a friend of mine recently, and he doesn't watch soaps, and neither do I. I haven't watched them for years, but they normalise violence and arguing and disharmony in relationships, and it isn't normal to live a life like that. It isn't normal to have all that drama, but it's just another way. Like, be careful what you watch, be careful what you absorb, because that is a form of subconscious, subliminal mind control. And I'm not saying that those programs are designed specifically to do that. They just don't have a great effect on us, do they? You don't have to look at it in a negative sort of like controlling kind of way. I mean, they're not going to be good for our souls, are they? So that is the first message. Turn on your own light is the second message. Okay, it's a conscious choice that we have to make to turn on and activate our own inner light, our own inner being. Okay, the way that we must follow that. What I'm feeling up, what I'm picking up on very strongly now, is going into inner reflection and soul searching, and finding that time to learn about stuff, reading books, watching inspirational things on the television to do with spirituality, manifesting, law of attraction. There's plenty of spiritual teachers that you can turn to online, and spiritual books that have been written, and it's going into that exploration, that deeper exploration of yourself, turning on your own light, okay, making that conscious choice to explore more about yourself and about the world, okay. It's that soul searching, seeking energy, okay. Books are a great way. Books help you to absorb information in a way, okay, in a more profound way, because when you're reading, you absorb it on another level. Like, show me a book. And teaching others and talking about it, that's the third message. Talking about what you've learned to others, and finding your tribe, finding people that you connect with, okay, and teaching our children about spirit, and teaching our children about intuition is massive, because when we go to school, we are, and I'm not saying this is always intentional, we are dumbed down in a way and put in boxes, and pigeonholed in a sense. And I don't think that's right. We're squished and squashed and moulded. And I don't feel there's an equal balance of sharing and intuition and guidance and creativity. There's lots of creativity in schools, don't get me wrong, there is, but I don't think children are taught to trust their intuition as much. I do feel there's a lot of changes, however, which is really positive, but I feel as a role with it for ourselves as caregivers and parents and as guidance for our children, we need to take on a responsibility for that, and that's part of the awakening as well, is teaching our younger generations. And that's it. That's the three messages that they want to pass on through me to you today. Okay, great. Thank you for watching. That was cool. I've actually felt drawn to my Starseed Oracle deck, actually, by Rebecca Campbell. The Starseed Oracle deck it's just a really great way to connect to those of you that feel that you may not originally be from this planet. You probably don't feel like you fit in. You feel uncomfortable, you read energy, you pick up on energy, and you might not realise that you're doing it, and maybe you don't gel with people that just talk about everyday things every day. You might feel like it's boring, it doesn't inspire you. I get this a lot. And I want to have deep, profound conversations with people, and I always have throughout my whole life. I've always wanted deep, profound conversations where I can learn something. And if you're one of these deep thinkers, you're probably a starseed, okay? And that's an exciting journey. So I would recommend these cards. I'm just going to give them a shuffle, and I'm going to trust that my spirit guides and angels will lead me to the right card that will hopefully, well, I don't know why I'm saying hopefully, but will just give this little video a nice ending and clarify maybe some of the things I've said. And a message for you guys, the collective, as well. Okay, it's a general message, so let's just see what we get. Ooh. There we go. I was waiting for one to pop out. Okay. Oh. This card is called Hiereth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Okay. This artwork is beautiful. It's really lovely. So the meaning of this card is, what have I been talking about? I've just been talking about, literally, just sentence I've literally just finished was talking about if you don't feel like you fit in with certain social situations, or people at work who just talk about relationships, or just everyday three-dimensional stuff, which is fine because we all live here. There's nothing wrong with that. We all have to work, and we all have children, and we all have families, and we all have dramas and everyday things that crop up, and you know, we have passions. We like shopping, we like, you know, there's these everyday 3D things that help keep us grounded. But this card is for those of you who feel that there's something missing in your life. Okay, there's something missing that you're looking for. Okay, so Hiraeth is a Welsh word that is difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesickness. A yearning for a home or a place to which we cannot return. This unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in starseeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to. A place they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for the unity of Source, a remembering of interconnectedness, oneness. This yearning can lead some starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. This happened to me, actually. I went travelling, I went to Australia and New Zealand, and that really, really, really helped shift my awakening process. It really did push me forward in a huge way. So for others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities and relationships, a journey to find somewhere they truly belong. If you resonate with this yearning for home, but don't really know where home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on Earth. Now this is really important as well. And this is actually, I feel like I want to say here, this is why it's important to have that third dimensional, fourth and to fifth dimensional understanding, because we are here on Earth, okay, as well. So it's finding a balance between them. That's how I feel. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life, and you're being reassured that you didn't come here alone, and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. You're being called to anchor all of your presence, your personality and your soul and your spirit in the here and now, to fully commit to living this life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet completely in. Starseed Soul Inquiry is, how can you commit more fully to your life? And I really do feel that that is finding a balance between living an earthly life and living a spiritual life. Okay? Having that comfortable balance that we need to live on Earth, but by being aware of the multi-universe that we live in, the diverse multi-universe that we live in, okay? And I hope that that gives you guys peace as well. So you're aware of that sort of idea of the matrix, okay? That 3D dimensional reality, shifting out of that, becoming more aware and having that expansion, okay? And then grounding the two together to live a happy earthly life, but being aware of certain manipulations that we're facing in a third dimensional reality through the media, through our schooling, becoming aware of your own spirit, researching and taking that responsibility of yourself and passing on that knowledge to others and our younger generation to help the planet grow, because we need growth at this time. We need growth because the old way of us living hasn't been working, has it? And I feel very strongly that when we're connecting to ourselves, we're connecting to our spirit, and we're realising that we're so much more than just here to live on earth and work and then, get ill and die one day. You know, there's more to us than this. There's more to our spirit. There's more to love. And I hope that this video has helped you on your journey. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope I've brought all of that together for you so you can understand it and resonate with it in your own way. Okay, please give me a like and a thumbs up if you like this video, and leave me a comment. If you know somebody that would benefit from watching this video, please share it, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and take care.